Right, hello. My video this evening is sorry about the fireworks in the background. It's really affected my dogs tonight as well, bless them. Can actually give dogs heart attacks. It's really bad fireworks for dogs, but yeah, anyway, my video this evening is about these two evil monsters on screen here. One of them was Richard Huckle, who was born on the 14th of May 1986 in Ashford in Kent. He went to Harvey Grammar School in Folkestone. He was described as a loner at school, and when he was 16, he took part in a 1-month expedition in Namibia before going to study at college. Growing up, Richard went to church in Ashford, Kent, and joined a church in London. When he was 18, and he would attend church up until he was arrested in 2014. When Richard left college, he spent a gap year in Malaysia in 2005 to 2006, coming back regularly to help out at his local church before moving to Malaysia in 2010. In 2011 and 2012, he did part-time photography for a night football club in Malaysia, but there was no reports of abuse made at that club. Richard went on to travel around Southeast Asia to countries Singapore and India. When he was in India, he persuaded there was a man that would run an orphanage, and he persuaded this man to invite him into that orphanage to take photos and make videos with the children, saying he was a teacher, gaining their trust. Whilst he was in India, in Agos, the police had been aware of paedophiles' operation in dark webs networking called TLZ, the Love Zone. They noticed someone who kept posting using the greeting of Hyas and had a freckle on one of his fingers. The police started to use social media and chat rooms to track the person. They found a Facebook page that matched the profile. The profile was fake, but the photos of the car led them to Shannon McCall, a care worker from Adelaide. A warrant was made for the arrest, and on arrest at his house, they discovered that Shannon McCall was online running websites at that time. So the police took over the identity of Shannon McCall to run the site to catch other paedophiles doing this. They rescued 85 children from ongoing abuse and arrested over 100 paedophiles. One person that really stood out to the police was Richard Huckle. There was over 20,000 photos, paedophilia images of 200 children. The police made the National Crime Agency aware, and he was arrested at Gatwick Airport, coming back for Christmas on December 2014. He was given bail under the conditions he lived with his parents whilst they investigated further. That makes me so angry. That really makes my blood boil. His mother asked him about the allegations, and he admitted to his mum he had raped children aged 3 to 13 years old. His mum phoned the police straight away, waited for him to be arrested, then said to him, "Get out, you will never come back here, you are disowned." While arrested, he was charged with 91 counts of child pornography, rape of a child 12 and under from 2006 to 2014. He had abused children from 6 months old. Evil. On the 6th of June 2016, he pleaded guilty to 71 sexual offences and was given 22 life sentences. Paul Fitzgerald was born in Northern Ireland. When he was 15, he sexually abused a girl of 9 years old, and he was given an SHPO in 2009. When he was 19, he was given an indefinite prison sentence for a viciously sex attack on a lady while she was out walking her dog. He was sentenced for the possession of an offensive weapon, breach of a sexual harm prevention order, and assault with intent to commit a sexual offence. When the police was investigating him, they came across his diary. He had wrote inside it, "I love raping women. I love killing and eating people." His psychiatrist done a report on him, and in his trial stated he had previously assaulted a 15-year-old girl and previously assaulted an elderly woman in Wales in 2019. Whilst he was in prison, inmates said he was talking about having other inmates killed, and he was going to kill them. He would have this clear see-through bag and would walk around with it daily, calling it his killing bag. Cell number 43, the cell of Richard Huckle. Paul Fitzgerald entered the cell of number 43, stabbed Richard Huckle in the neck with a weapon made from inserting a screw into a melted toothbrush. He then punched him in the kidneys with a pen fixed with a blade. He bounded his legs and arms using bandages, gagged him, he raped him, and then penetrated his anus with a spoon while smashing his face and head against the cell floor. He then inserted a weapon he made up his nostril, through the bone, and 3 inches into his brain, then killing him by strangulation. Other inmates could hear him shouting, "Now I'm going to cut you up and eat your body parts." An hour and a half went past before prison officers got to cell 43. He was restrained, and on the 24th of November 2020, he was found guilty at his court trial for the murder, so a minimum of 34 years before they even consider him for parole. I think he should just rot in there. 34 years, the world's safe for another 34 years without him being released. But I just think he should just, rot in there. And I hope, he dies in there as well. I really do. And I know that, I don't wish that on anybody, but I do him. I think they both are monsters, evil, really disgusting. Yeah. So yeah. So then I'm going to go to somebody that's in America, and it's only just a brief, like a brief sort of like, in America. There's a guy called Gary J. Smith who was sent to a psychiatric ward for a 72-hour hold because his wife gave the psychiatric the doctor a letter that he had actually wrote saying he wanted to do sexual things to a 7-year old. And they decided it was a risk of inflicting harm, and they held him from that 72 hours to 20 years. His wife should have chopped his bits off and strung him up by the neck, I think, but she just, she handed the letter in, and now he's doing 20 years, but he's due to be released. And he has actually said that if you release me, I am I'm going to reoffend. I'm going to do these things to these children. And this really, really, like, gets you angry, doesn't it? Because he's actually telling the system that he is going to go and do that, and they are on about releasing him and just putting him on a sexual register list, keeping an eye on him. They're not going to keep an eye on him. He should never be released, in my eyes anyway. I know if you watch the video, let me know what you think. I know majority of my friends that I know would think the same, but yeah, I don't think he should ever be released, and he's admitting that he's going to reoffend. But yeah, I know it's a very not a very nice video, but yeah, I really hope the other guy on here, don't even want to call him a guy because he's just a monster, actually doesn't come out of prison. I hope he just, I hope he gets his just desserts in prison. I hope they do, to him as well. But yeah, big love. Peace out. Thank you for watching.